Loads of vans, cars, police officers, everyone turning up, and then they start walking towards me. The speed that came out of the cars and the vans doing the rounds now, they change the number plates, run around, do 10 to 20 vans a day.
It's organised crime though, isn't it?
Yes, it is organised, but it's only a handful of people doing it. I'm really sorry, but I can't share your post. I know you've tagged me in something to share. I can't do it. And I just thought, like, you've got over 100,000 followers. For you to share a story takes 15 seconds. It was such a shameful feel to see that, for somebody to have so many followers and not being able to share a bloody story. You don't really care about the trade, you don't care about anyone's tools. Fair enough, because you're busy doing your own thing, but I lost all respect for that person.
We're trying to stop the tool theft thing and people go, you'll never stop it. The police even sell stolen tools back, and the car boot people are buying the tools from the police to sell. This is the interesting bit about it. Right then, new episode of the Trade Legends podcast, and this unfortunately seems to be the podcast that we do every 6 months or so, because again, it's tool theft. It's a tool theft special. We've got Frankie in from Stolen Tools UK. We've got Shoaib in. Shoaib just does every tool theft podcast going and tool theft rally and whatever. You are just like the face of, it sounds bad, the face of the push for tool theft. I mean, hopefully one day it's not even a thing, but
I hope so.
We will see. But recently you've been winning awards left, right, and centre, haven't you?
I know.
Well done.
Which is amazing. Everybody in the construction industry tip their hat to you, because what you've done from the start of Trade United and all of that is just absolutely amazing, mate. So every single recognition and award that you get is thoroughly deserved. Everyone, I think, everyone in the trades will back me up on that, Frankie. You're...
Many more to come.
Yeah, honestly. So from the trade side of it, I want to, everyone just massive respect to you. So
thank you. Appreciate
thoroughly
it so
deserved, mate. So obviously you're here with us again, Shoaib. You've been here numerous times, but it's the first time we've had you on, Frankie.
Thank you.
What I want to do is basically, everybody knows you for heading the Stolen Tools UK Instagram.
Yeah.
The Instagram, is it TikTok you do as well?
Yeah, so now it's TikTok, Facebook.
So you've got all the platforms covered,
the platforms
give or take.
now. Yeah, we just basically, we got on all the platforms just trying to spread awareness, because everyone is not on Instagram. There's a lot of TikTok people, a lot of X is a bit quiet, but just every platform we can get on to spread awareness.
And what you're doing with Stolen Tools UK is amazing. But what I want to do is take people back just before that, because I didn't know that you are a window restorer.
Yeah.
Obviously before the whole Stolen Tools thing came about. So just briefly, before we get into the whole sort of tool theft thing as it is of the tail end of 2025, just give people a bit of an insight, because I think a lot of people won't know that you are trade background and how you come through. So give us a bit of a background of that, and then how you started the Stolen Tools thing.
So I'm a window restorer. So we work in London, predominantly northwest London. Been on the window game now. So we do restoration, so sash windows, casement, anything timber. And I've been doing that for several years. Labour of my father, and then started my own business 2020.
Was your old man window?
It was probably bit of windows, bit of decoration, and then just started my own business, and then fell victim to tool theft in 2022.
So how long have you had your business running then?
5-6 years now.
Okay.
And
then you got hit in
2022, November the 1st. Yeah, and I put it on my Instagram.
So at that point, you just had just a normal Instagram account for the windows.
Yeah,
window
so
company.
I think my window restore account was like 1,000 followers, and just working like every tradesperson does, just on the tools, roaming around, headless chicken, job to job.
So where did you get hit then? What was you doing?
Northwest London.
That picture of that day.
Hampstead Garden suburbs. Right now it's tool theft galore. But on the day was a nice bright day, November the 1st. We're packing up our tools from one site, literally 3 roads away, because we work predominantly in that area, Hampstead Garden suburb, NW11. We parked up the van, and was my nephew and one of our other labourers. We were just unloading the van and back and forth, literally from less than 100 meters. So I went to the customer's house, and then someone said, "Oh, your van's going off." I said, "What?" So basically ran out, and then as I ran, the guy was running towards his car, sped off.
Really?
And I just saw all my toolboxes. All the boxes were on the floor, as you'll know, like just toolboxes.
Yeah.
They don't take boxes, but
They just rip the tools straight out of them, don't they?
mate, my heart
It's just your livelihood gone, innit?
jumped out of my body, and I thought, whoa. Bearing in mind, for me, I wasn't really aware of tool theft. I had no locks. Not actually, to lie, I had a plate. But yeah, just.
But it weren't even on your radar. That's the thing. Was it? And this is the thing with a lot of tradespeople. We're obviously massively involved in the social media side of stuff. But look, we were saying, Frankie, earlier on, weren't we? Let's say 100% of people here, and the percentage of tradespeople that are actually on social media is probably 5, 10, 15%. So you think of how much we're seeing in that 15%, let's say. The rest of the trade industry is the other, 75, 85% of people that aren't on social media, and they're still getting it.
Yeah,
so we're seeing a massive amount, but in such a small percentage of the industry. So at the time when your van got hit, you just going about your business, didn't know how rife it was, and you got done. And is that what sparked the whole stolen tools thing?
Yeah, so what happened, we got done, and I was so fuming. I drove around, calling police.
Did they clear you out of everything?
Yeah, about £4,000 worth of stuff.
Right.
All the boxes on the floor, drill holes. It must have been his first day, because it must have been like 10
Is that
holes.
a proper few goes,
Honestly,
eh?
mate.
What van was
I
it?
got a picture, Ford Custom.
Was it?
I got the picture as like
Dartboard.
about 7, 8 holes. So it definitely was his first day on it, but yeah, no. So called police, and then
So what the police say? Give you a crime number?
I had a crime reference number. Yeah, it was closed within 24 hours. But yeah, just so with that, I got CCTV footage from the neighbour, and I stuck it up on Facebook. So at the time, I wasn't really Instagram savvy. My nephew was like, let's stick it on Facebook, all this stuff. I stuck it on Facebook on some groups. Oh, have you seen this person? And then every day, like, comments. Oh, I've been a victim. My van's got done.
Just commenting on your post from that?
Yeah. And it just like was like a light bulb moment. Oh, bloody hell, like I'm not alone. There's actually tons of people here getting done daily. And then that was on Facebook. And then literally my nephew was like, let's do an Instagram page. So he set it all up,
right.
the page.
Stolen Tools UK.
Yeah, Stolen Tools UK, yeah. Bearing in mind I'm still on the tools, busy.
Yeah.
And then he's not really a tradesperson. So I think back then Shoaib was speaking on the page. So yeah, and then as it got busier every day, so doing more reels that time. So reels were just like for awareness, comments galore.
So at this point you've got Stolen Tools UK Instagram set up, and you're doing it. What are you posting? Just
videos that were
just
flying
videos
in.
that have been sent to you, but ones that you've seen around the socials, and you're just resharing them.
Yeah. So at the time, it was just growing. It was like whatever, below 1,000 followers, and then we're just sharing videos from Facebook, stuff like that.
So I remember when it come about, it was like all of a sudden there was another account that if you had been done, you'd just share. Just at you into it at Stolen Tools UK, and then you would obviously reshare that, and it's the whole pyramid effect of
snowballed,
getting it out there. And since then, your whole thing has just grown massively, hasn't it?
Yeah. So I mean, hit some reels, crazy reels, and then just got out there, just kind of just blew really, and then I remember Shoaib reaching out to the page. You must have been growing massive momentum, because everyone
on social media is getting on board with it. And then this must have been the time, obviously, that you set up Trade United, Shoaib. And then, was it before?
I contacted him when we started the petition.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was way before that. May
2024.
No, 22, wasn't it?
2023.
I think it was 23.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the petition went live.
Yeah,
and
that's
that is
right.
when we were trying to raise signatures and whatnot. And then initially when I think his nephew was running the page, it wasn't Frankie.
Yeah.
And I would message him, but you know, it wouldn't even get seen because
Yeah.
it goes in one of those what's it
Yeah.
called? Those
Spam
folders
folders.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Dig a hold of him. You know, we started sharing petitions, but I think loads of other tradespeople were sharing it at the same time, and that's when it got the attention. And then Stolen Tools probably did at some point look at the message I sent, and that's when we started getting talking. But his nephew wasn't really speaking to me. I think by that time I got a response from them. Frankie was running the
Yeah,
page.
so that's when I took it over. I had to just like I'm a tradesperson myself,
Yeah.
so I said, look, I need to step up now, and obviously at some point you need
Because
to.
it's gathering momentum, and it's becoming a bit of a thing.
So it's just getting hold of it and just actioning. You know, go to events and stuff like that. So basically, I had to take control.
So at what point do you make that? It's not a business, but it's you're really prolific at being at events now, and I've seen it as it's grown. It's brilliant because it's probably alongside with what you've done, Shoaib, with Trade United. You had the petition, and then that got shut down, and that whole fiasco with that, and then Trade United come about, and then the momentum with that, and then you sort of worked hand in hand.
Yeah,
didn't you?
we do.
Yeah.
Shoaib's done amazing work. He's headed up a lot of stuff on his own accord. We've always supported him, and we work together all the time. There's never been any clash or anything like that. At the end of the day, we're working together to stop tool theft, and that's our aim. Me and him are very black and white with each other, and we will continue to keep pushing.
As I always said it before, in the beginning, it's always hard to get signatures. Even get people to share a post was a nightmare.
Yeah.
They wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
There
There was a little bit of resilience, weren't there?
Right, so I got a call
remember.
from, I don't want to put his name down because he's probably watching it, it's fine. Saying, I can't share your posts. And I was like, why is that? Well, it wasn't even a post, it was to share the petition to get some signatures. And he had a massive account.
Yeah.
I've got a big following. So obviously the noise was big enough because...
This was your first petition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was only one petition, but that was in the beginning, the start.
Yeah.
And that's where we needed the push for signatures, for the numbers to come in and the support behind it. And he phoned me up, he said, well, I'm really sorry, but I can't share your post. I know you've tagged me in something to share, and I can't do it. And I said, okay, why is that? Even another guy very well.
Yeah.
And he said, I can't share it because obviously I'm ambassador for a tool company, tools that I use.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're going to find it very political, and I might lose my thing with them, my contract or whatever. It was such a shameful feel to see that, for somebody to have so many followers and not being able to share a bloody story.
It's a story that every tradesman needs to get behind, isn't it?
Including himself.
Everybody needs to get behind it and do what we can.
This then goes to show, like, you are there, for yourself. You don't really care about the trade. You don't care about anyone's tools. Fair enough, because you're busy doing your own thing. But for me, I lost all respect for that person, to be honest with you, because I knew him really well, kind of, if you want to call it that. But and I just thought, like, you've got over 100,000 followers. For you to share a story takes 15 seconds, and probably from that 100,000, there'll be so many other tradespeople that would watch that and support the whole thing, but no, nothing.
It's the reach, what we do with social media, we can reach a lot of people, with the bigger accounts can hit so many people. So for all that person had to do was put a post out and just get on board with it.
But they won't do it. You see, this is the problem. So that's when me and Frankie I got to his account after I approached these guys first. So, and I said, look, they're not going to do it. Frankie's account wasn't as big as it is now.
Yeah.
At that time, it was a lot smaller, as well, 40,000 or 30,000 people, something around that time. And I said, look, Frankie, we've got to get this done because, look, it's a petition out there. You've got all the victims on there, and I'm pretty sure we'll get the signatures and we'll get this pushed into Parliament. That's all it was, because my aim was to get it there.
Yeah.
And... it was really good that they helped out, and because to get the petition, my following probably won't even be from the whole of UK, but his were from everywhere. And that petition signature had a map. It shows you where all the signatures come from. So you got this map was filling in.
I mean, it's quite an interesting thing to see that map where they're coming from, isn't it?
And I've got that video on my Instagram still, where I do little how would you call it, like a fast forward thing of the weeks,
like a time lapse
kind of thing. So I've been taking screenshots of this pretty much every day, and you can just see the map just go orange, 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 green, green,
Yeah,
red,
yeah.
red, and purple. Really,
Yeah.
It gets really bad. And yeah, thanks for him. As his reach was awesome at that time. And,
No, I think, look,
you know, so I'm not saying every tradespeople did. So
Yeah.
a lot of people did do it, but there was a few in there that could have made the difference, and they didn't want to.
100%.
That's what was quite disappointing.
Yeah, it's a shame that they didn't or they don't or whatever, because it's something that will affect. If you don't get affected, you're one of the lucky ones, but you will have known another tradesman on a site or on a job that you're working with that would have been done. Everybody,
friends and family.
Yeah,
but
everybody.
It wasn't a product that I was trying to promote. It
No,
was
exactly that,
something
mate. Exactly.
that affected himself,
Yeah.
his van.
You wasn't pushing anything. You wasn't having any gain from it. You was like, right, someone's got to get involved. Someone's got to get the word out. And what you two have done is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But even just while we've been waiting out here, obviously you've driven up from London, same as you, Shoaib, a couple of hours. Now, when you got here, you said, I've been in the van 2.5, 3 hours,
Yeah.
and you would, when anyone tags you, obviously social media,
up.
when everyone tags you, Stolen Tools UK, it's someone that's probably been hit. So you've had 6 or 7 messages come in on the journey up here. So that's 6 or 7 people that have been hit. Their vans have been done in 2 hours. That's just what we're seeing on social media. It just,
That's who's reported it to the page. You know?
something's got to. I mean, the headway we're making as an industry, especially you boys, is phenomenal. But where do you want to see it going now? What's the next phase of what you've been doing? I know you, Shoaib, have been on every TV show and every radio show up and down the land, which is brilliant. And I like the fact that obviously you being predominantly London and then people all across the country. I've been on the central, the Midlands one, BBC Coventry, Warwickshire. I've been on there, and I know other people up and down the country are getting involved and getting the message out. But where do we go from here? What's the next sort of route that we've got to start doing?
Look, we've pushed the petition, and we've pushed. I would say we've moved mountains, and there's nothing else that we can do from our side in terms of educating people now about tool theft, what needs to be done. We know all the right products you've got to have on your van. We know the right security you need to have. We know ways around, you know, to protect yourself from tool theft. That's what we can spread now. The other part is where we needed to get the word into government. We were trying to do it through the petition. We done it through the rallies.
Yeah.
So that's all in there. The politicians are talking about tool theft quite regularly.
Yeah.
You see it all the time on the news. You see it all the time in Parliament. You see it literally everywhere you want it to be. You know the police is with us now. They have been working
I mean,
on
they're
raids.
coming. You even having politicians and the police come into the car boots with you,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Yeah.
You was
So
there the other
they've
day.
raided 2 car boots. There's more on the cards. We know what's going on behind the scenes, which we can't talk about. So things have started to move from what they were. So you can imagine for the past 15, 20 years when this has been going on, nothing has ever been done. People have made more noise. I've seen a little rally that came out from Plymouth, I think, and they went to the Plymouth Central with a few vans, 50-odd vans, made some noise. Nothing goes after that because people don't carry on. They just do it because people know, government knows. They're only going to make noise and then they won't come back again. But when you're persistent, that is when you make change.
Yeah.
And this is why I haven't stopped for 2 years.
Yeah.
Neither has he now. And
It's like the second rally. We went down and done the second rally, didn't we? And again, the turnout for that was just unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The first one blew my mind. The second one, it's like
With a tank.
the tanks rolling in, and how effective was that? Were the police more aware of what they were going to happen on that day? Because the first time they were sort of caught on the back foot, weren't they?
they were. The second time, Shoaib, there's a tank in the square.
Yeah.
They didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But look, if you do things the right way, you don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We did everything the right way, so we.
Because you have to give them a plan, don't you?
Yeah. There's
So,
more
so,
than a
so
plan.
sort of break that down. It's not just a case of behind the scenes, you boys behind the scenes, rallying around social media and meeting up. You've got to tell the police how many people are coming, and just give us a bit of an insight into
Just
the
to give
back
you an
end of
insight,
it.
first of all, as I said, the group chat that I made on WhatsApp,
Yeah.
Trades United, that about three. It
still pings off constantly, doesn't
I
it?
know, but
It's great,
But
it's
it's
great.
good. It's still
it's
about
good.
400 people in there, 380, something like that. First, to organise that was the first stage of it. So we know exactly the right people that are interested in it will turn up. So all the information was going on that group. But when it comes to planning, I would say planning the route is the first thing that we had to do. See how we're going to get into Parliament Square, because it's not easy. And then obviously the 4 meet-up points. Then getting the 4 right leaders in those points. You were one of them, Mark, so you know how it works.
I was
so
Brent Cross.
You've got to turn up there early, then organising all the stickers, and that's just one side of it. Then you've got the press releases that go out. That has to be written properly, worded correctly.
See, that's what people don't see, is things like that, the press releases that go out.
So when the press release goes out, that's when all the news channels and everything pick up on the news, like this is about to happen in London. Then that's when the police contact you. Now, the police obviously have got their forms as well. Then you have to fill up all their forms up, your route that you're going to take, what your timings are going to be, what are the 4 locations you're all meeting up.
Do you have one guy in the police that you speak to? Because you're obviously heading it all up.
Yeah.
Do you have Bob from Met Police or whatever it is?
I work with Dave Kettler very closely.
Is Dave your go-to guy then?
Not for the protest, no.
Right.
It doesn't work like that, because Dave works in Sidcup in a different area.
And again, what Dave's doing with you boys is phenomenal.
So, he's been excellent, amazing.
Very good guy.
But in terms of the planning side of things, so when you put the application in, then the police from London, obviously, it's a different. They'll actually look at the application, then they phone us up. They phone me up, and they were like, right, what time are you going to be there? What's your plans? How many people are going to be? How many vans are you thinking of coming? What route are you going to take? Are you going to leave on time? All these kind of, you've got to, and all that responsibility is on my shoulders now, which is why the planning that goes in it is incredible, honestly. And then once that's all done, even when we were at the rallies, the first one, and they phoned me up with this, Shoaib, it's time, you've got to leave the square now, because traffic is absolutely building up, because it wasn't Parliament Square itself, it was, and
that's
back
right.
when it was
carnage, wasn't it?
It was Trafalgar Square. Literally every road going into London was just completely blank. We've seen the footage on actual sat-nav as well. The whole thing is like a spider. It's red.
Yeah.
Now that causes a lot of problems. And now, but we understand people are working. They want to get home. And so we planned it in a way so we get there for like 12 and we leave by 2 or 3 o'clock.
Because it could quite quickly tip the other way, couldn't it?
Yeah.
We're doing this. As soon as you start to piss too many people off,
Emergency services.
average Joe Blogs who are going into the city to do their job, it can flip, can't it, straight away, and you can have resilience and the lot.
But then you don't go out there to make people angry and wind them up. Do you understand? Because we want everybody on our side.
Yeah.
So if you stay respectful, if you follow the rules,
100%.
you've said something and commit to it. That is why the next time you go out there, you're okay. So the police's feedback was, this is the best rally, the most organised, the well-behaved people that we've ever come across on a rally. Usually we get things thrown at us.
Yeah.
Now, that just goes to show how good the tradespeople are in general. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It was incredible. So the second time we did it, it was exactly the same planning, but a different officer phoned me up this time, and then I had to run through the whole thing again with him.
Oh, right,
and he said,
okay.
well, we had
guy.
really, really good feedback about the last one. I'm pretty sure you'll be good. But what we're going to do, we're going to escort you down this time. So they came to Brenton Cross.
Yeah.
You saw the 2.
Yeah.
I was in the front. There was a tank. And then there was 2 police motorbikes, literally from Brenton Cross all the way into the Parliament Square. That doesn't happen on a rally. And that's how much they enjoyed it, and they believed that we will listen and we will leave the square.
Yeah, and they're working with us, you know?
Yeah.
Police are working with us, actively trying to help us tradespeople fight tool theft.
I think the police understand it now, don't they?
Yeah.
I think before, they were like, yeah, we get it. But after the 2 rallies, they've gone, this ain't going away.
Yeah.
And it's now just gaining momentum like a snowball. It's just getting bigger and bigger. And these tradespeople have just had enough. They're at breaking point. And this is why I suppose now when you go to the car boots, I mean, I'm sure everybody's seen the footage online of the car boots, and there was one recently where they started kicking off properly, didn't they?
Yeah.
But the fact that now the police will go, we'll come with you. You know, you've got the backing of them, and you've got the people from Parliament coming with you and that. I mean, just talk us through the build-up to going to a car boot, because what you're going against people there, the people that you're going against there, looks quite intimidating.
Yeah, they are quite intimidating. Yeah. And as I said, even before I started the petition, I used to go to the car boots and get threatened by them because we used to take photos and they're like, we'll smash your face in.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. Try to snatch my phone off me, delete the thing now. So, look, the thing is, you got to understand, they start off here.
Yeah.
Right? If you just give in, that's when it all goes wrong.
Yeah.
You got to face them, and that's when they come down here, right? And then they come to your level.
So just build that day up for us. You're
Right.
meeting up.
So we meeting up-
whatever time.
Okay.
Early, must be early doors then. Isn't it?
I was the first one there. Put it that way. So,
So where
it was at
was this?
Sainsbury's car park.
Okay.
And the
What time?
scene-
What time's this?
This is I think I was there about 5:45,
Okay.
something earlier. Even it wasn't even open for coffee. You were there.
Coffee, yeah.
And what
arrived
car
soon.
boot are you going to?
So we're on this one. We're going to do let's say Bonza. Let's talk about Bonza because it's a bit more interesting on that
Yeah,
one.
Bonzo was.
Mate, the scene on that in the car park. So I'm standing there in the car park, 5:30 in the morning, freezing big cold in the morning. And I'm thinking, right, I need to get coffee. Try to get into Sainsbury's. That doesn't open till 7. And then I see just 2 police cars pull in. Right, and I'm thinking, is that it? Like
Right.
2 officers, and they said, no, there's a few more coming. Honestly, by the time I went inside Sainsbury's, I come back out. It was about 7 o'clock. We're still waiting for the officers to have the briefing in the car park. Robert Jenrick was there. Louis French turned up. He was there as well. Those are the 2 MPs.
Yeah.
Then we had obviously Frankie.
Trading standards.
Trading standards
Wow.
were all there, and they said to me, "There's a team already in the car boot." And they're not wearing uniforms, they're undercover. So I said, right, how many in there? They said, there's quite a few in there. They're already doing the recce in the car boot. They know what they want to do in there. Trading standards already, obviously without a uniform in there,
Yeah.
they're already sussing out all the stands.
They're
And then
already at the
what
car
we're
boot.
doing is we're going to wait for the phone call when we go in. Mate, the next thing
How many people are
right,
there?
at this point, right, there's
Mate,
still
army.
there's only a bunch of us. There's not even that many. I'm thinking,
So
where's
who's
the
there?
police?
There's you, the trading standards.
The trading
So what's
standards.
there?
And next thing I see is Inspector Mark Connolly driving in his
Yeah.
private car, comes up, sits in there, and he's got his camel, comes outside, starts talking to us. It's all right, boys, this is what we're doing, waiting for the rest of them to turn up. And then all of a sudden, I think within the next 10 minutes, it was a scene from Game of Thrones.
Really,
Just the officers.
Loads of vans pulling
Loads
up.
of vans, cars, police
Big
officers,
circle.
everyone turning up. And then they started walking towards me because we were standing in this little
Is
corner.
you there as well, Frankie?
Yeah, I
You-
was there.
you
Yeah,
too?
I was next
Honestly,
to, yeah.
the speed that came out of the cars and
Flying
the
in.
vans flying, and there was about 60, all of a sudden there's about 60, 70 officers there.
Really?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one saying it was like a swarm of them coming thing. I had
You were just
goosebumps.
there with your coffee going.
The hair behind my neck, honestly, was standing
Wow.
up. My
Yeah,
arms
it
went like
was-
that.
it
And
was
it
a
was just
scene.
like, I didn't expect this.
Yeah.
Massive circle.
The support, and this was only one police force, so this was a joint operation. So this was, I think, a bit of Essex, Sid Cup, Mark, Dave Catlow's team. It was them, Mark Connolly's team. I mean, when they want to do something, mate,
So you've got
do
what?
it.
50, 60 coppers?
About that, yes.
Plus trading standards,
Yeah.
plus you
MPs,
pair.
yeah.
And are you like, shit, Frankie?
Newspaper were there as well, wasn't it?
Did you have,
BBC?
I was going to say, did you have any
Yeah,
journalists?
we had BBC.
reporters?
We had BBC on the day yours. There was another one. It wasn't Antoine from ITV. It was someone else. I can't remember that because it was a while back. But there was a couple. And
you
I know
got-
Met Police had their own comms team down as well, so they've got their own thing.
Media.
So you've got 60 of you in this car park, right?
Right, yeah.
And you've already got, there's already a team at the car boot sale undercover.
Yeah.
So what?
Most of
Who,
us.
who runs this then? Who runs the show now? Obviously, you two are the ones that have got it where it is.
Yeah.
Did the police take over at that point, or what?
But it's
How
all,
does
it's
it
all
work?
under control. So they've already had the team calls and they already know
Right.
what's going on.
Fine.
We get briefed as well
Yeah.
of the whole day of how it's going to pan out, what we've got to do. Where
So
we've got
can
to
you?
be. But I had no idea there was going to be 60.
What's the
70
briefing?
officers.
Is it right? We're going to go. What do you get told is going to happen?
We just get told what time we've got to meet, what we've
Okay.
got to meet, and all the other details are given on the day. They
Right.
don't do that over the phone. But again, Frankie turned up, I turned up. We just parked our cars in Sainsbury's. We didn't
Yeah.
know what to do
Yeah.
because we jumped into the police cars.
So you went in
them.
with the old bill.
Yeah.
We were with Robert.
Robert was
Louis.
me. Robert was it you as well?
I was
Louis.
there, Louis.
Louis French. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 4 of us in this big police fag wagon.
So the police are like, right, we're going now.
Yeah.
You jump in with them.
Yeah.
And the thing was, they said, "You stay in the car. We'll do the operation." And as soon
You
as the
was
door was
like,
open,
no.
I was the first one out there.
yeah. Straight out.
Straight out. I was like, "I'm going to do this."
So
I see this.
do you go in the middle of through the entrance of the car boot in what, 5 or 6 trucks, vans?
5 or 6, mate. It was
Loads
about
queue.
20.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
They stormed the
in.
place from
So
everywhere.
you've gone in. So talk us through
So
what's
from the
build
entrance,
that picture.
Right, from the entrance, there was 3 or 4 big, what do you call it? Those transit buses or
vans.
Yeah, minibus,
Minibuses. 4 of those, 2, 3 officers behind them, literally jumping out the cars, locking off the entrance. the other 2 from the other entrance. No one can leave, no one can come in.
Amazing.
Some in the car park, and the rest literally just ants went into
Just
the car
go,
park.
spread.
Oh, everywhere.
in.
Literally stormed
And there's
the
already
place.
people in there.
Literally.
There's already people in there.
undercover
Now
Everyone-
we've got this thing, it's called what 3 places, it's like gives you the right.
Yes, yeah.
So we're all on that. So we know as soon as we spot something, we put that in there, ping, the police turns up.
Wow.
So they already know. It was such a good operation. Amazingly, nicely planned. Anyway, we saw a van over there that was locked up.
Yeah.
A suspicious one, you could see. And then some people were just literally covering, started to pack up.
So you're going. So say you're going towards an area where a guy's got drills everywhere. What's the guy do? Is he seeing what's going on and they're covering stuff up and chucking stuff in vans or
Mate,
what?
because it happened
So quick.
it was a panic.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you
Very
get
quick.
stunned.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is all this police about? And you can't move.
So what are they saying? What are these guys with the tools saying at this point?
Nothing worked. Nothing on that
No,
one. They
it's
couldn't say nothing.
too
Literally, it was
quick.
like because we found people's initials on them, and and I think one of them got a phone call
Yeah.
straight away.
Yeah.
So
So
whose
his
tool it was?
tools
Yeah, whose tool it
got
was.
stolen in Stratford, yeah, and then literally
And on
called-
this hit, you've picked,
Found it.
picked this
Yeah.
guy's drill up and
Yeah.
you've rung him up.
Yeah. And at that point, as the property services came through as well, and then that's a big ass lorry, so it's got crates at the back of it,
Wow.
and they knew they were going to clean up. Every single tool person, I think there was 12 arrests that day,
Yeah.
and every single tool that was on the floor was in that lorry. And
Just scooped it up, got rid of it all.
Yeah, because they got no proof of ownership, where they got it from. Markings on them, initials on them, found a few. Yes, they were stolen.
Yeah.
There you go. Handcuffs straight in the van.
So what happened? Did you get follow that up? What happened to the guys that got arrested? Do we know? Can we say?
So they still have their court
Yeah.
dates coming up.
Okay.
They're-
So when was
they're
this?
still
When
running
was
through the
this?
process. This is remind me, mate, because I've got some
Summer,
events.
June,
It was
Okay.
this summer.
around June.
Yeah, in June. So it wasn't that long
So
ago.
they're still waiting for it to go to
Yeah,
court.
Nice.
a couple of them are on
Hot
bail.
day.
A few of them have actually, not because of that raid, but other offences that they've committed, they're already serving time. So one got 4 years and 8 months.
Yeah.
So did the other guy. And we know his face very well. So we're glad at least something's got put away.
Yeah.
Yeah, well known.
And then they're quite well known. But the rest of them, they're working on them still. All the property that they actually recovered is still sitting in the compounds.
Right.
Now then, they've got this other section where they actually go and check their houses as well.
Right,
So
okay.
we were a part of that as well. So we literally from the car boot straight to that site as well, where we know where they're hidden, and they were hiding all the stuff in bushes outside.
Really?
Yeah,
Mate,
tools
it was
everywhere,
absolute. And I think
Bushes.
£350,000 got recovered from there too.
So we were saying before we started recording, it's organised crime now, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is organised, but it's only a handful of people doing it.
Right.
So they're doing the rounds every day. You can imagine these guys are so good, so professional at what they're doing.
Very
They're,
quick.
they're taking car doors, studying how to get into them. They know
Yeah.
exactly where to drill. And
Apart from your van, they tried it on yours, didn't they? About 18
the
hours.
trainee was on
That's
his
the
one.
labourer.
The YTS guy.
It was a round getaway driver
Yeah.
before I have a little go as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
But anyway, those it's only it's a handful of people. They know exactly what they're doing. They're doing the rounds now. They change the number plates, run around, do 10 to 20 vans a day. And they don't only do it in one area, they'll just literally switch around. And we've seen it because the page is so active now, Stolen Tools UK. So they'll put a story up like, have you seen this car in this area right now? And then somebody would automatically spot it in a different area and send another picture.
they'll feed it back.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like your Stolen Tools UK page, Frankie, it's become the gateway for tradespeople to get something out instantly.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. Very
you're
quick.
obviously running your company still.
Yeah, I'm on the
But this,
tools.
this is going to be taking up a lot of your time because
lot of time.
You were saying off camera before we started recording, it puts a pressure onto you, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Because you've,
yeah.
I guess, stop me if I'm wrong, but you've set this page up, you've created this monster, which is amazing, but you're trying to do your job. You don't want to miss someone's message coming in because
can't.
you feel guilty. You said out there you feel guilty about it, and it puts a strain on everything, doesn't it?
It's embedded now, you know. It's,
So-
it's every day, every hour. You're checking the phone. You go home, you don't switch off. You're checking. You know, you feel like you have to repost or
Yeah.
make awareness.
And that is constant on your phone.
constant.
And it puts the stress on
Yeah, it
a
could be
lot of stuff, doesn't it?
11 o'clock at night. I mean,
Yeah.
yesterday we had a message at 10 o'clock at night. You know, guy was eating at where was he? Harvester.
Yeah.
Come out and his van was done. And that was 10 o'clock at night. And
So you feel an obligation when that message comes through to your page, you've got to reshare it, you've got to repost
always
it.
checking the phones, always, platforms.
Are you doing that all on your own?
Yeah, at the moment, yeah.
But you're trying to run a business as well.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
You know, we're so heavily involved, me and Shoaib.
And that's what I like, is the fact that it is.
I don't get paid from checking the phone every time.
Yeah.
It's our time, you know, our family life, our lives, and we've put so much into this in the last few years that just constantly giving, you know, making tradespeople more aware about tool theft and stuff. So, yeah.
And I said we was talking again out there, and I didn't want to talk too much out there because I wanted to save it for in here, but I said about the supply of these tools that are finding their way to the car boots. And I said to you about a lot of people come into the comments and say that the police auction off a lot of the tools. So the police will raid them car boots and they'll take them tools away. If they can find the original owners, brilliant. If they can't, the police will hang on to those tools, won't they? And then they'll auction them off. And what we said, I mean, they auction them off and the money goes to, is it Bernardo's?
Different charities, yeah.
Different charities.
Yeah.
This is the bit that is a tough call. The money goes from those auctioned off tools, and should that money then go back into the construction industry to help people that are having their tools stolen? I mean, I know they're going to like Bernardo. Every charity is a worthy charity. But should we now say, right, those tools have come from the construction industry, can we put that money that they're generating back in to help what's going on with the tools being stolen in the construction industry? It's a tough one, isn't it?
My thoughts on that is, to be honest with you, because I think I'd rather them destroy that than put it back in circulation.
I agree with you. I wanted to ask the question, but I completely agree with that. I didn't want to be the one to say that.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that you've
either they give it out to victims, but then again, that's a whole new business. It's a whole new structure that they've got to now make and employ people to run that side of it. Then take the phone. It's like a call center. Just
because
to
at
do
the
with
moment,
I think
because at the moment people can buy. You were saying people can buy. The police auction that pallet of tools off, don't they?
Yeah.
So I know, having read some comments where we're trying to stop the tool theft thing, and people go, "You'll never stop it." The police even sell stolen tools back, and the car boot people are buying the tools from the police to sell. This is the interesting bit about it. Yeah. So give us an insight into that.
The stuff that you see in the car boots is not that.
Yeah,
the people that do get hold of these power tools, they'll get the receipt from the auction place, which will say a mixed pallet of tools.
Yeah.
Because it's a crate, size of this table, full of tools.
So the police will auction off this crate.
This whole crate will just go as a mixed pallet of tools, and it'll get auctioned off. They don't know what's in there, but obviously it's all the power tools that have been recovered. And then they'll recycle that same receipt over and over again for the next 10 years that we bought it from you yesterday and sold it.
Yeah.
Making copies.
And then what they'll do, they'll sell that very easily, but then they'll break into the vans, right? And then they'll keep topping those tools up for the rest of the year. 7 days
Using that receipt.
It's using the same receipt. Because it's got no serial numbers, no registered owners. It's absolutely got nothing on it. Because what are the police supposed to sit there and do this as a full-time job for them to recover?
And that's where I agree with you that I think they
haven't got the resources.
Should be destroyed. 100%. Because they're finding their way back into the wrong hands.
If they are going to make some money off it, honestly, destroy it, sell it for scrap, do what they need to do.
Yeah.
You know, because they're not selling it for much on these auctions either.
Are they not?
No, not really.
Do you know what a pallet?
No, it all probably varies, but it won't be a lot. Trust me. If it's only an auction thing, they don't. As the police wouldn't know the exact value of it because it's just a mixed pallet of tools to them.
Yeah,
but it's not only tools. The amount of stuff they recover for, like illegal raves, the DJ equipment, the amount of stuff that's in there, the bicycles, the motorbikes, everything that's stolen, it all ends up in the compound. You go in there, you see about 700 bicycles, and you think they're also probably going to go up at the auction too, aren't they? They're going to sit there because they've got to understand they've got to pay for storage, they've got to pay for staff wages, they're already under strains. They have to recover money from somewhere, and they will put it in auction. What's the point of storing it? Yeah. But I say rather you get it, either give it back to the manufacturers, they can maybe use it for spare parts, or give them out. Let them deal with that. You know, if they got a room full of Milwaukee stuff, give it back to Milwaukee. Let them either use it for refurb, sell it back to them.
Yeah.
And make the money that way. Don't give it to these people which are going to just use it as an excuse unless you're going to list everything that's come from you and you hot stamp that tool that's come from the police compound. something like that, just so that we know that it was our auction product. Unless there's a system, it's never going to stop that way.
So what's the next sort of stage
Recycles.
for the tool theft thing then? You said you want to try and get tradespeople to do as much as they can now.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's like Shoaib touched on earlier, like, so tool theft right now is rife. We know this. We see it daily, day in, day out on social media, or, a friend and family's been done. Tradespeople now, we're trying to educate tradespeople to try and help themselves. Everyone's quick to blame the police, police this, police that. And I had a very good comment a few weeks ago is, you walk down the high road with a Rolex. If it gets stolen off your wrist, you don't go into the Rolex shop and start, blaming them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
True. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, actually, it's very right. So us
You look at it
tradespeople,
like that, you're right.
absolutely. So us tradespeople, do you have the right van security? Are you marking your tools? No. Okay, so what are you doing to help yourself not become a victim of tool theft?
Yeah.
So this is what about education and awareness, actually, invest in your right van security, invest in marking your tools with the microdot system, tool insurance. It's another story. And just general awareness of sharing stuff, telling friends and family, look, this is what's happening, hotspots.
Do as much as you can. It's
That's
like
it.
I still hear people now going, I haven't got any secure locks on my van, or I haven't got a secondary alarm, or I haven't got, and I'm like, why?
Constantly.
You
So
know it's going on.
Yeah.
Why are you
We're
not
constantly
doing it? Why are you not marking tools? You guys do the events. I've been to so many events, installer show, where you are giving away selected DNA kits. Why are people not? Sometimes I think they take that kit and they don't use it.
We just did a talk at the P&D show, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not long ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we had one of the guys there. I think Frankie knows him.
Yeah.
I sort of vaguely remember his face, can't remember. But he said, I'm not going to get the locks done, or I'm not going to get anything done. And now he just contacted, what was it, yesterday, the day before, that his van just got
We've been
broken
done.
into.
Yeah. We're
Because
constantly
you think, I'm not going to
posting-
spend the money, because people will look at my van thinking, I've got all the locks on my van, so it must have something really decent in there. So let's have a go. And that was his thinking behind it. And we said to him on the talk, get locks done.
Yeah.
A deterrent is better than...
People have got to help themselves now, haven't they?
And when they-
we know it's going on.
Yeah.
As shit a position as it is, we know it's fucking rife. So we now, it's sort of changing the tack, really, and going, we've done not as much as we can, but we've got the police on board, we've got government on board, we've got everything on board. You boys now, or us boys, we've got to start protecting ourselves.
Yeah,
Get the locks
this is the
done.
thing. And because he didn't do it, and his van got done there, I actually still feel sorry for him. But then I think, it's been 2 years. You watch all this stuff. You've seen the pictures every day on his phone. And 90% of the vans that get broken into, which are on his page, don't have locks.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can see that. And that's a big thing.
Yeah.
We
A lot.
see it all the time. And when he posts a story up and he tags me in it, I put down, see, no locks again.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
told you. Look, he's got no locks.
Yeah.
No door locks, no plates.
Shouldn't be
nothing.
laughing,
and
but
that
yeah,
is
it's
true.
every comment that he tags me in, showing me a van, how badly it's been done, and I look at it and I feel like nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Because you've just been with Ford recently, haven't you?
Yeah.
Have you both been with Ford?
Yeah, so went to the IT.
Because Ford, you were saying, Frankie, that they're now sort of getting on board with the lock packages that you can spec when you're buying a new van. And this is something that I know Pete a campaign years ago, and we spoke to van companies over the years ago, and I get it. I understand that Ford, for argument's sake, or everyone that makes vans, Ford makes the Transit. The Transit will be a van. It will be a people carrier. It will be a family thing.
Yep.
So they couldn't sort of package the safety, the locks into it. But you say now that they're possibly going to do lock packages.
Yeah, they already are. They're
from
rolling
dealers.
it out. So they're working with a company called TVL Security. So they are from factory line providing a security package. So
Do you know
for
what that is? Do you know what it is?
Oh yes, like your hook locks,
Okay.
your plates. I think other stuff, other
Security measures on.
stuff. Yeah, like OBD boxes, stuff like that. So you can't steal the van.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. So
So Ford has sort of championed the way with that, and I think every van, even if you offer it as a package,
Yeah.
just from
I know you can't put it into every van, but
Yeah.
if you go, I dare say, if you're buying a new van from Ford, you're paying 35, 40
money.
grand for a van,
Yeah.
and they go, right, for 2.5 grand extra, we can put every lock, secure lock or whatever.
So
A lot of
should
people
be
go with it.
available.
I went to this Ford meeting as well, which was a couple of days ago in Stratford, and we sat there. It was like a brainstorming kind of thing. What else can we do to do this? But for me, I said to Ford, the biggest thing is, look, Ford is big enough, and they will get heard by the government.
Yeah.
Because your vans probably won't sell, not because you put more locks on, they made it more expensive. It's purely because of the fact that no one will be willing to fork out £35,000 on a brand new electric van, knowing the doors are going to get smashed the next week again.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest put off for tradespeople, to spend that much money. Because trust me, it put me off in a way, because I spent £28,000 on my new one.
Yeah.
26 I think I spent, and then 2 weeks later they smashed the side door again trying to get in. And I was so heartbroken just looking at the brand new van standing out there. It's such a beautiful thing shining, and then
Yeah.
you look at the side door and you think, man, I should have bought a second-hand one.
Yeah.
Now, they're trying to push, obviously, the electric vehicles and all these kind of things, saying that, do you think we should get more sort of storage bunk, you know, those chests in
Oh,
there?
the
and this-
van vault things and
Yeah,
stuff.
but then again, that doesn't work because not everybody wants one. How are you going to position it in the van? Because somebody might want to put plaster
weight.
boards in there and think, that's in the way, I didn't want it there. I wish I would have done this side. And you'll never win. Always have it as an optional add-on. But you can't have it as a standard because it just doesn't work.
Doesn't work for everyone, does
Nobody
it?
somebody might have a flower florist, or somebody might have a dry cleaning business. What, they're going to nick an iron from it?
Yeah.
Or a pair of scissors?
Yeah.
So they're not going to break into these vans. And they don't want the additional added cost to that van because they bought the additional security pack. But I think it shouldn't be a standard thing. It can be sold as a package, which probably they are doing really well, because TVL was really busy putting these locks on these new vans. But
Is that the company you've got there, haven't you, TVL?
Yeah,
So
so-
is that a third-party company that are working with Ford?
yeah,
Correct.
They
TVL security.
all Ford's security aftermarket locks.
So you order the van, it goes to those
straight
to
to
be...
them. Yeah. But they
secured.
only don't work for Ford. They work for massive companies. Got DPD on board.
Oh,
all
okay.
their DPD
Right.
vans. As you know, when the new iPhones come out, they're after those, and they
Always.
start smashing their van.
And this company do always the latest R&D, so they're always constantly looking at how these feeds are so quick, and they're always learning newer ways, but
Yeah.
they're always constantly evolving and changing things.
So the TVL are on
TVL
the
security,
constantly evolving their product.
always, and they're very hot on it.
Just to give you a really good example of TVL's lock. So when you see outside on a sliding door, you see this plate stuck up there, and you think, oh, it's a plate. They can't drill through the
Yeah.
plate. Now with TVL's one, it's not only just a plate. It's a manganese plate. So the more you drill into it, the harder the actual metal gets, and it'll just snap the drill off.
Right.
That's one thing, but also inside it's got deflectors as well.
Yeah.
So whether you try to go from the side of the plate, you will hit another thing.
So
inside
again, they're
it.
not just putting
People
a
don't
steel
understand.
plate.
No, it's
They're-
not just-
it's
No,
the back
yeah.
end of stuff.
There's a lot
and this
behind
is
it.
and this is like when we had Graham Mundy in Mundy Van Security. His cages, his cages are amazing. I think he's got 100%. No one has ever got into it, because obviously I won't say what he does to him. He told me off camera. It's not just what you see. It's
What goes behind.
it's the
Yeah.
R&D in it, and what Graham's done with that to stop people cutting through it with a steel. So at the Super Trial event,
Yeah.
you was there, and Graham had his rig there. He had an old transit van there, and he basically put his cage in it, and people were there with steel saws and hammers and absolute going at it
Yeah,
for
unreal.
hours and hours to try and get in, and they couldn't get in.
The
In the end,
police officers.
yeah, the
remember?
coppers were there. They're having a, I think in the end, it was the bolts after 4 or 5 hours of constant. The bolts were the bits that were slowly giving
Yeah.
away. The actual frames itself.
Yeah.
But trying to get a company to start putting them into vans, it's
I think one
like you
company
said, it's
did do it.
weight. It's
Yeah.
you know, but as an aftermarket thing,
But-
yeah, 1,500 quid or 2 grand to have it put in. But if you're keeping your van years and years as we do, it's
But what we'd also say is, if you've got van security on your van, you got it done years ago, it's worth looking at the latest security, because the plates stuck on 5 years ago, you know, they could be bypassed now, stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. So look at the hook locks. So much work goes on behind hook locks, and so tons of stuff goes on. But you should always be looking at new stuff, speak to companies and try and see the latest security of your vans.
But it's like alarm systems as well. I've got Pandora. I always have Pandora alarms for my cars and on my van and stuff like that. Yes, it's another cost. And you think my van comes with an alarm. It's a really basic alarm to tick a box. I think Pandora, they're not far from here, actually, about 100, 200 yards down the road, their headquarters, and they do a van package. In fact, I'll probably try and get them on the podcast. They do a van package that will secure the back doors, the side doors, knock sensors, tap sensors, the lot.
I've got that from Pandora.
Have you got a Pandora on yours?
Yeah. So my pager goes off.
That's it. Yeah. They do the pager. Is that you must have the van package then?
I don't have that.
Yeah. So this one here, this is really good. So if you just go and tap my van in the car park right now, you just see it comes up.
Yeah,
shock sensor.
For the people
side
that are
door.
listening, so Shoaib's got it's like a key, but it's got a digital readout on it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So if anyone was to just tap Shoaib's van or whatever, it would show up
Oh
on there.
no, it must find me straight, and that starts vibrating as well in your pocket. So you could be in B&Q down the aisle, you could be in Wickes or wherever you're shopping, and someone's having a go because these guys are quick. As soon as that goes off, you know. You drop your trolley and you run.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not going to go fight with them or do whatever you want, but
you can run up, make a load of noise.
Yes, and you can actually get the attention there for them to leave your van alone. But it does work, and obviously that is the biggest peace of mind that I've got.
Like that Pandora system. Yeah.
Oh mate, the amount of times that has.
I must get them on because honestly, Pandora.
And some kids just pushed on. Just
tapped
their
on
back
it.
on mine. I'm like.
Yeah, but you'd rather that, wouldn't you?
You
You'd rather
hear an alarm and
that.
you're like, out of the building.
Have you ever come running out of the house in the middle of the night because a squirrel's jumped on the roof of your van or something like that?
No, once it was really windy and the tilt sensor went off.
Yeah.
But at night, it was really nice to 3 a.m, and I was thinking, shit, someone's ever to go at my van because that went off. I ran out.
I think that's like a standard thing now, isn't it? Every tradesperson, you hear the alarm go off, you're like...
We never sleep well, do we? You know,
can't
you're just in the back of your mind. I mean, fortunately, recently, I've got myself a unit that I've stored my van in, so it's locked away behind gates, cameras, the lot. So that gives you a little bit of peace of mind, but I know everyone's not as fortunate to have a system like that, but... It's your livelihood. You'd spend, we spend thousands on tools and stuff like that. And like you said, Frankie, now, unfortunately, us as tradespeople, we've got to go, I've got to invest in alarm systems. I've got to invest. It's a shit place to be, but we've got to do it. Even, I think someone came on here, I can't remember who it was, but they put a Ring doorbell that would usually on the outside of your house in the back of his van. Obviously, when you drive away, because Ring doorbell works on your Wi-Fi, whenever he drives to work, obviously it will cut that connection and you'll be at work. But he said when he backed his van onto his drive, that Ring doorbell internally of his van then reconnected to the Wi-Fi. So then he's got a camera in the back of his van, and as soon as that door opened, when anyone walks past the Ring doorbell, it triggers. So he's got that initial trigger, and he's got the camera inside the van that's connected to the Wi-Fi. I went, that's a good idea. So it's things like that. Stick a Ring door, what are they, 80 quid or something like that? It's not going to connect when you're not at home, but when you are at home at night, that Ring doorbell is going to be filming inside the back of the van. I was like, brilliant idea. And that's where us as tradespeople are just thinking outside the box a little bit. And any little thing like that, pass it on. Put a post on social media about it. I mean, I know you did... a couple of years ago, you did the AirTag video on YouTube. Again, it's just putting an AirTag in your toolbox. If it gets nicked and you manage to get it back, or you can track that box to a lockup a mile down the road and say to the old bill, look, it's there, my AirTag. It might be an empty box, but you're doing all you can, aren't you? And that's what, unfortunately, I think, like you said, Frankie, we've got to start doing stuff like that.
Helping ourselves.
Yeah, I think so.
Because parking in sensible places, that's a big thing which people don't do.
I mean, I know people have vans as they haven't got another car or whatever, and they have their van for work and they use it every day. And things like, if you can help it, don't go, I'll pop and get the shopping on the way home from work in your van, because it's just inviting it, isn't it? You've got to use your brain a little bit now and again. There's now places I won't work because I know it's rife. We were saying, you boys are like London, it's rife in London, and up here around Coventry area, even with Dave Bishop, as I do a lot with Dave, and he said, we've got this job in Carver. I went, not being funny, Dave, it's the law of averages says it could get my van done, so I'm not going to do it. And that's a shit place to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
But like you said, Trev, you've got to just think a little bit. Don't use your van.
I've got a message on my phone. This lady wants me to change the bath taps, and it's in a flat. I didn't know it was in a flat, so she said, "Can you get there on Tuesday, 1 o'clock, whatever?" I said, "Look, I'll go down. There's a house or a flat. She said, there's a flat. I said, can you see my van? She said, not really, but you can park on the side road, or there's a parade of shops you can park there and you can walk. It's a 2-minute walk to my house. I said, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I honestly said to her, I will not do that job. If you can find someone else, I'll be really happy for you. But I can't do that job. If I can't see my van, I'm not doing the job.
Yeah.
It came to a point where she really wanted me to do the job, because I swear to God, she said, I'll travel from Brixton and I'll sit in your car.
No.
How long does a tap change take? I said, it's the bath. I've got to remove the panel, do the taps, put the silicone back on, put all that stuff. I said, I could be in an hour and a half. It depends on what I'm dealing with. And I really don't know how long it takes.
We all know a tap change can go
a bath tap
fast.
Right. So it could be anywhere from 40 minutes up to 2 hours, depending on how stuck I'm going to get under this bath, right? She said to me, look, our only solution to this is I really want you to do the job. I will come from Brixton. Shall we meet at 1 o'clock and I will sit in your van? Do you mind if I sit inside your van? I said, yeah, I'll give you the keys, sit inside my van. And
to get the job done.
Just to get the job done.
Yeah.
But
because, look,
I get it. I 100% get
I
what
was
you
very
said.
happy to let it go, because the phone never stops.
Yeah.
I will always get another job.
Yeah.
And
And for the sake of a couple of £100,
I'm not risking not seeing my van.
exactly.
I know
that.
so many tradies outside of London that they just won't travel into London, and unfortunately, that's having a massive effect on the the construction industry in London. Is just
because you are going to get the people that are going to do it are going to inflate the prices. The people that don't want to do it, like me, I won't go into Coventry. But funnily enough, I made a bit of an off the cuff comment out there, and you sort of ticked off exactly what I was saying. Where I am here, up in the Midlands, I live in like a small little town, and at night the lights go off in these towns, so it's pitch black at night. So most of our vans round here get done at night and in the early hours. And you said, Frankie, a lot of the stuff in London is daytime, isn't it?
morning, daytime, afternoon, lunchtime,
Yeah.
broad daylight, people around. Some weren't even covering faces anymore.
They're just
COVID
they're
masks.
just blatant, aren't they?
Yeah, they don't care, mate.
And all the videos that I see of vans being done in the day are sort of London based, and the ones at night seem to be, you know, like you said, someone was from South Wales.
South
the other
Wales,
day.
yeah, like 11 p.m. at night.
Yeah.
Just walking
Again,
the
with
street.
these little rural areas, it seems to be sort of timing, doesn't it? It's mad that they're not stupid, these boys. Well, they are, but you know they know how to play the game.
Calculate.
I say, round here, the lights go off, pitch black. And I was saying to you, Shoaib, earlier on, weren't I, that what they're doing now in the cars is driving around at night with taxi signs on the roof. So if that car's driving around at 2 a.m. and the old bill come past, it just looks like a taxi.
Yeah.
Whereas they're just scoping these vans out and...
But even car parks, like Lakeside car park, is so organised and so badly. You know, you park your van there. There'll be two guys already waiting in the car park anyway, watching you. So one will follow you
So
into the shopping
spotters.
centre. Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
So they will follow you into the shopping while the other one's doing your van up. And mate, the amount of calls or messages I get from Lakeside Shopping Centre.
Is that like a
Costco car
hotspot, is
park.
it?
Hotspot, yeah, and that's just
Hotels
awful.
are a different story. Yeah.
There was a company that reached out to me a while ago. Is it van parking?
van safe parking.
Is it van safe? They're trying to get hotels around London where tradespeople can put their vans in, and they've got like security guards monitoring that car park.
That idea, I personally
British
didn't see it
Parking
working.
Association, isn't it? Is the one.
I didn't really see it working because
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
they
I
were
know.
sort of saying, right, we will work with X amount of hotels or whatever. So if contractors are working in that area, they could stop at that hotel and we'll have a security guard on for 4 nights a week, so your vans are going to be safe. But again, that can be flawed as well, can't it?
It can be, because you imagine, well, you're a tradesperson yourself. How many times you stayed in a hotel to do a job? I don't think that many.
I don't.
It doesn't add up for tradespeople to pay a monthly fee.
That's right,
For
yeah.
that, I'd rather the hotels pay for that service because they make enough money throughout the rest of it, and then have the security guard there. That would work better for them,
Yeah.
rather than tradespeople working for it.
Bigger construction companies.
Yeah,
isn't it?
I mean,
More fleet.
big hotel travel lodges, the Premier Inns. They've got
Yeah.
enough. They've got enough to cover a security guard, and you know they can offer that if they really wanted to. But I think the British Parking Association (BPA) they're actually trialing it out in Birmingham now, in one of the stores. They're actually building it as we speak. So it would be a gated off section inside the car park where
Right.
tradespeople will pay £20 extra, something like that, on top of the booking
okay.
to go and park inside there, which will be locked and gated overnight.
Right.
Which is a slightly better and safer option
Yeah.
because then you've got that secure thing. It's a caged thing.
Yeah.
Trial period at the moment, so
Yeah,
So is that
they're rolling that out.
Is that happening at the minute? Then,
Yeah,
is
yeah.
it? Right.
The first one will be in Birmingham.
NEC?
Is
Somewhere
the
in
premiere
Birmingham.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it the NEC one? I'm not too sure.
Dunno.
Dave's got the
Somewhere.
details on
Yeah.
it, but
Yeah.
they've actually once that goes as a good success thing, that
Yeah.
it works. We haven't had any break-ins
Things
in
are
anymore.
happening.
Then they'll probably roll them out in most of the other hotels as well. And I don't really care if I was to stay outside. £20 extra
Yeah.
for sleeping well, I would pay it.
Yeah, so we done a poll summertime, 20, 30, 40 quid, 50 quid. A lot of people were like 20, 30 quid and didn't blink an eyelid.
Yeah.
But you're
Just
paying for
happened.
these hotel car parks anyway. They're not
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
You're still paying £7, £8 a night
Yeah, of course you are.
for there. So if you're paying an extra tenner and you're being a bit more safer for your vans, it's worth every penny. And at the end of the day, it's a business expense anyway, so you can claim it back. So
Yeah.
it's parking. So
Yeah.
it's a no-brainer really to actually put your van there because it's safer.
So what do we think is next then? Tool theft. What have you got coming up, Shweb? What have you got coming up, Frankie? Shows coming up, or media, or TV? Shweb's got to be on the
Probably
TV soon.
No.
You got to be due a residency on Good Morning Britain or something.
I
Yeah?
know, about time. No, honestly, I think 2026, in my opinion, for the things that are about to happen in the pipeline, in what's planned for tool theft, I know the police and the Home Office, I think they've got something planned as well to tackle tool theft. So a lot of things happening in 2026. I think it'll be a good year. It's got to calm down a little bit because obviously Christmas, New Year, everyone's got a break, give everyone a little break, and then starting January,
Them
February.
thieves don't have a break though, do they?
They don't have a break, but car boots are out on a break at the moment.
Oh,
so that's a good little break.
yeah.
innit, for them.
That's interesting then. During the winter when the car boots aren't on,
Yeah. The rates
is
are
there
down.
stats that show that it drops?
Yeah, there's a lot. Even you could just tell from his page is not that active as it is in summer.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
car boot
summer's-
season is prime.
You were saying in summer it
Yes.
is carnage, isn't it?
Longer days.
Yeah.
Car
Crazy.
boots are all across the country. 600 car boot sites. Come on. They've got
Your
they've
mate
got-
Walter,
Monday-
Shweb. Your mate Walter's
Well,
heading up there.
Monday to Sunday now, the boot says.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just crazy. But I think yes, it does slow down a little bit when the car boots are shut. But as I said,
I think-
they've
I
got
think-
good stuff planned for 2026.
2026 is going to be a good year for everyone in terms of tool theft, where we're pushing it. I think there's tons of awareness, like social media outlets. We've got the newspapers. We've got loads of
Loads of brands are on board with it now, aren't they?
Yeah, loads of companies. Shreb's done amazing work, bringing loads of brands to the table, and everyone's just sitting down and talking.
Yeah.
Tool theft.
It's no longer it's no longer a taboo thing in the aspect that people go, oh, that's a waste of time. Remember 4 or 5 years ago when it was spoken about and when the petition first started, there were so many people going, fucking waste of time, waste of time.
Yeah,
it's
that's-
not anymore, is it?
No.
It's people are on board with it.
Yeah.
They're getting it because it's gaining that momentum.
It works for everyone, I guess. I don't know, man. So for tradespeople, they obviously want a solution to this. They want it to stop. For the MPs that get involved and show the support, it works in their favour too. So they come on board and they want to help with it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And then it comes from the police. It actually shows they are actually doing something, and the raids have already said that 33 million views on the police views for the first
Is
two
that what it's
raids.
done?
Yeah.
That's the stats they sent us. 33 million viewership.
Wow.
And that's from the comms team. That's how many eyes have seen the tool theft. 6 million views just on the last 3 videos that we
yeah.
posted.
Yeah.
On the boot soles.
Mate, that's a lot of people.
Yeah,
Try to put 6 million people in front of
Oh,
you.
mate.
Yeah.
Those recent car boot videos, there was one that the guy was properly kicking off. wasn't
Oh,
he?
yeah, that Robert generic as well.
That was it. Yeah.
Robert's brutal as well. I was like,
I mean, hats off to the guy.
me and
Man of
Robert
Steel.
walked into the car boot. Now, it's just me and him. Then you got the Sun newspaper. You got Frankie. There's a
Yeah.
few of us. Robert says, shall we take a left from here? Right into the car boot where all the tools were, this section, right? So I walked in there. The guy spotted me. He's like,
Yeah, because people know you now.
Yeah, you're the
yeah,
gas
yeah.
expert. The gas expert's
shouting
here.
out.
And they started shouting out the gas expert's here. It was so funny. He looked at me, I should have brought you with me.
I thought it was undercover.
I thought, right, we're both either going to get beaten up here or something's going to happen. But I think it's Robert Scott's way of talking to them with his posh accent, and he just literally shuts them down.
Funny, all that.
He handled it well.
Yeah, and you know what? It takes some balls as well.
I know.
For someone that is not in the... It's going to make me laugh, Jack, because I would say Jack's upper middle class. He's like our Robert Jenner. It takes some balls for a guy who is not in our industry, in the construction industry, because it is very bravado-y, isn't it?
Yeah.
So for him to come in and to stand his ground and to take the shit... Hats off to the guy.
Yeah.
He really does get in the trenches with it, doesn't he?
And honestly, I was standing there next to him, I was thinking, my God, how did you do that? Because the guy's like, yeah, fucking hell, shouting at him. He's like,
threats.
but why are you so aggressive?
Well spoken.
And all of a sudden, you see that guy from there go there.
It's like he's shouting at a
He
brick
knows-
wall,
he knows
and he's
how to
like,
handle it.
I've only
and
asked you a question. Why are you so aggressive?
amazing.
It's because he's not aggressive back. It's just
That's
like
it.
he knows how to play the tone.
It was.
then-
That's why he's a
And then
politician.
at
That's
the
why he's a
end-
politician, mate.
At the end, the guy was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, just get your 5 minutes of fame. Just take what you want to."
Yeah, he
take
came to a point where he's like, just record it, do what you want.
Do what you need to do.
From where he started,
Yeah.
to just do what you want, and then
And then
we're
you're like,
just
fine,
literally
we
sort
will.
of-
Pulls out a whole camera
Yeah,
crew.
yeah.
That's It's a really, really good way of.
But that Bootsell, Hounslow Heath,
Changing the scene.
Been campaigning against it for a while now.
Yeah, Hounslow Heath he's the Don, the kingpin. That's
Lion's Den.
yeah.
So what about Stolen Tools UK then? Where are we going with it in the next year then, Frankie? Are you going to get someone else to help you to set the pressure off a little bit?
Yeah, I need to.
You've
I
got
need
to, man.
to. I need to. So,
because A, you've got a business to run.
Yeah.
And B, just out there we were speaking,
I mean-
and it does take its toll on you personally, the
Yeah,
pressure of it,
absolutely.
doesn't it?
Me, my family life.
Yeah. So you've got to
everything.
You've got to get someone else or a few people because it's become that big.
Exactly. I just didn't. I didn't.
You didn't
know
think it was gonna
where
get to
would
it?
Get to, but again, it's just highlights how much it's happening,
Yeah.
how rife it is,
Yeah.
how rampant. And again, daily we're getting messages. But again, like we are the people's platform, we're a
100%.
community. We're working with people, and for next year, I'd like to say, we could bring it places where we could work with other people, and Shoaib, Dave, Mark, loads of people collectively are collabing together to try and help Tall Fifth come to an end.
Yeah.
So we will continue with the page, bring awareness.
You just need
and-
to get someone else in to just relieve that.
Yeah.
Because it is, I know, like you said, it's relentless. I bet you wake up of a morning and you must have tens, if not hundreds of messages. Because bands are getting done over that night period.
It's crazy. I mean, now we're on other platforms.
Yeah.
I get messages now on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or I get
And that's
TikTok.
and Jack brought this up earlier when we was out there chatting. Is it's going to put when you wake up in the morning and you're going off to do your job, or it's a weekend, it's a Saturday morning, you're there with your family, and you've got 20, 30 messages of guys and women and tradespeople that have had their livelihood stolen overnight. That's going to take a toll on you, seeing that every morning relentlessly.
Yeah, I've to be honest with you, I've become hardened to it now
Yeah.
because the first year was like, but because it's so constant.
You're seeing it very.
Yeah, because it's so
that
constant.
initial
It's just
point.
you don't have reaction anymore.
Yeah.
You just share it. Next one is unfortunately that's how it is, but that's how rife it is.
Yeah.
You don't get time to think of the emotion side
Yeah.
of it, and absolutely, it's very sad. It's happening.
Because
and
I mean, there's been some
livelihoods-
videos gone out recently, just men, women who's lost their livelihood, and they're in bits. There's no shame in crying on a social media post if it gets a bit more, eyes on it. It's heartbreaking. We've had Dave Bishop on it. It's been done 10, 15 times, and it's just so demoralising. So what you're doing and what you're doing, Frankie, what you're doing, Shoaib, is incredible. I say it every time you're on, every time I see you, Frankie, every interaction, every share, people re-sharing the post that you put out, Shoaib, it's got to happen. We've got to just constantly do it. I mean, if you want to give your page a plug and just let people know where they need to send any footage they got in coming in,
Stolen Tools UK. We're on Instagram, TikTok, X. Where else are we now?
Facebook,
yeah, YouTube now.
Shorts.
So yeah, if you are following, please give it a like and share and follow.
Yeah, and if you get any, if you get your van done, and God forbid you do, tag Stolen Tools UK, Trade United. I mean, you must get. I was saying to Frankie before you arrived, here, if anyone gets anything done, it's like instantly Stolen Tools UK, the gas expert, and the police. They're like the three. They're like the three accounts.
We talk a lot on WhatsApp, and we've got our own little group. But we talk as well. So there's a lot happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's why
it's united. We
honestly, since 2 years, I think we're in a much better place. We've got MPs that actively message us privately and they want to do things. Then we've got police, again, quite a few officers messaging us actively that they want to do something and this is happening or this is what's about to happen. So it's good that we know what we're doing at the same time. It's actually working.
Yeah.
For us, because we don't want to pull everyone into it and, make it harder for them. We're already deep in this. Yeah. So from that side of things, behind the scenes, we do a lot of stuff with Selector DNA, we do a lot with TVL, we do a lot with so many other security companies out there. And I said, from the back of this, new products that will be coming out from other companies out there, they're all trying to do something for tool theft, which is a great thing. But for me, I say to them, biggest thing is you've got to market tools because I don't want to see more tools going into the police compounds. I'd rather than getting back to you. That's the biggest message. Market with Selected DNA and get decent security done because 90% of the vans are bloody got no security on them and it really winds me up.
Bits of metal.
Yeah,
nothing at all, mate. They don't put anything. Go through his page. 90% of the vans that you're going to see won't have even a hook lock on it. Come on, it doesn't cost too much. Get it done and get it done properly. Get the right one. There's cheaper stuff out there. Visual deterrence, yes, but they'll pop them off easily. So if you get decent ones, spend a little bit more. Not asking for a lot.
If you're buying the stick-on ones, don't. On eBay, $5.99, stick it on with a bit of 3M tape, please. Don't think that's going to stop
the wind
anyone.
Blow it off.
Yeah,
Well, one last thing as well, on Frankie's page, I mean, all the companies like that you see on his T-shirt here, Armour Guard, Selector, TVL Security, if you want decent locks done, all you got to do is pick up the phone and mention Stolen Tools UK and Shoaib with Gas Expert. They will all give you a discount and look after you. So
these brands want the tradespeople to be secure.
Yeah.
They're running businesses, but they will look after you.
Yeah.
100%. And massive shout out to all the brands that are involved with it. Massive 100%. Shout out to you, Frankie, to you, Shoaib. The door, I say it every time, the door here is always open. As a platform,
thank you.
We at Trade Legends have always sort of campaigned it and got behind it, and whatever we can do from our side to get the word out, we'll put all the links in the description down below, all that sort of stuff. But again, thank you for coming on, mate. You know where we are. Every 6 months, Shoaib turns up. You'll be now, Frankie. Every 6 months, mate. I look forward to the time when, don't take this personally, you don't come because there's no more tool theft, but I don't think we're ever going to get to that point. So we just got to do exactly what we can, and you boys are spearheading the campaign behind it, and every award and accolade and shout out and standing ovation that you get, honestly.
Needs another shelf.
Yeah, he does need another shelf, mate. And I thoroughly deserve for all of them.